From a cash flow perspective, I mean, what are brands struggling with? Like, what are the common issues that they're facing, unless they have someone on their side like you to help them understand it?
Every brand, typically, the three biggest expenses are inventory, ad spend, and staff are usually the three biggest ones. And so if we start with inventory, something that I've seen is people buying too much inventory and people continuing to purchase SKUs to sell that have a very low rate of sale. And so if you can imagine that every time you buy a piece of inventory, it's a stack of cash on a shelf. Well, they're putting cash on shelf that doesn't come off for 6 months or 9 months because it's slow moving. What you want to do in an ideal world is to put the bag of cash on the shelf and it comes off 30 days later because you get it back because you sold it. So that's one big one. I worked with somebody. So someone came to me. This was 2022. Yeah, late 2022, and they'd lost multi six-figure losses in the past 2 years, and they were working on fixing their supplier cost of goods sold. So they had sort of successfully done that. We fixed their marketing, and then we fixed their supplier negotiations and a bunch of stuff. So now they've got like 30-day terms with the Chinese supplier. The Chinese supplier actually produces surplus inventory that they don't charge them for in case there's a spike in demand. So there's a bunch of things that you do with inventory. First and foremost, try to get to a cost of goods sold that's like 30% would be. I used to say, 40 to 50 is okay, but 30 really now for e-commerce, given how much you have to spend to acquire customers, 30% is really what I would call a scalable margin. 40 can work if you have to. So 30. Then from there, it's like payment timelines. So when you're new, you're not going to get terms with your supplier. You're just not, and that's fine. So do the dance. But as you begin to grow, continue having conversations with your supplier. So once every 3 months, call them up and say, hey, we've been paying you on time and everything. Can I have like 5 extra days to pay? Okay, that's not a big ask, and it's easy for them to say yes to. So good, now pay on that 5 days every time. Then 3 months later, go, hey, you know what? Like I've been paying you every time. Can I have another 5 days, or can I have 10 days? Again, very small ask. And this concept is called nibbles. A good friend of mine taught me this, named Kevin. And it's called nibbles. And so take nibbles every quarter and show that you're going to commit to what you said you'd do, but then ask for another thing. So, hey, look, you've given me 10 days. Thank you so much. Can I reduce the deposit from 30% to 25 now? Again, small ask, easy to say yes to, but continue to have the conversation.